are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport here on a fantastic Friday. It's 180 degrees in here. What's going on, brother?
Not much, dude. Stoked to be here. Like you said, Friday. Happy for the weekend. Happy for Scotty Scheffler. Not happy for the Mets, dude. But hey, man, I mean, how was the rest of your birthday day?
Honestly, couldn't have been better. So, after I left here, went to Sterling Farms, met Benny, Pooch, and Ree at 11 o'clock tea time. And actually had a pretty good round despite the, really hot, sweltering conditions. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting because the way the round started, good to start, went bogey par. Should have went par, but missed the pot on one. And then on number 3, because I had a situation, ball near the fence, went to go swing, missed it, counts as a stroke, ended up with a 9.
There we go.
But ended up rallying, going par birdie to end the front 9 to shoot 45. And then on the back 9, only one double bogey, all pars or bogeys after that. And ended up shooting 89. And the one thing that was like just the whole time, me and Riley, and he always gives me around, it depends on how we do, but around 15 strokes. The whole time, either I was leading or we were tied or he was up 1. Going to the last hole, par 5 on Sterling, number 18 alongside the road there. So, I was up 1. And, we both didn't really have good tee shots, but both got on the green in 3.
Okay.
And he had a 10-foot putt. He makes it. I had an 8-foot putt, missed it. I bogeyed. He pars. We ended up tying, but I think that was like the 3rd time I've tied him, and I've beaten him 1 time. So I still will take gratitude. Obviously, I'm a 15-point underdog, and I'm tying. So, I think that worked out pretty good. So yeah, had a great day with the fellas, and even it was funny. I wasn't planning on doing this, especially because I was a little tired from the day before, didn't sleep well. But they're just like, "Come on, man, it's your birthday." And I had the Peroni here, but then they got me a couple back. They got me a couple transfusions on the course, like the ones that they make.
Yeah, dude.
So that was a little addition there. But then the timing worked out perfect. It was like almost a 5-hour round because it was backed up. But then met Sam at my place, shot real quick, and then went to Cafe Silvium, bruschetta to start, and then got the cavatelli with the Broccoli Robbins sausage.
Didn't stray from what you know.
Outstanding. Still actually have leftovers, though, because they just give you so much, which is surprising me, leftovers, but I think it's because I had a lot of bread bruschetta before.
Classic.
So we got that to look forward to.
The bread?
And then she made a funfetti cake, so we had that after.
Back at the house, or she brought to the restaurant?
Back at the house.
I fucking love funfetti, dude.
Yes. No, it's
my
like
God.
Favorite cake. Like, why would you stray
ridiculous.
from the white frosting, the
exactly,
rainbow chip sprinkles,
light on the frosting,
and then one of the things she got me was actually this jersey.
Here we go. Oh, there we go, dude. Look at that, dude. 24, the number on the back, dude.
No
Alex
names,
Verdugo.
No names. A tradition-like number, not Verdugo, but Dominguez. So that was great. Also got a couple pairs of, sorry, this cord always gets stuck. A couple pairs of sneakers, which is great because
there we go.
I don't know about you, but I need to have 3-4 pairs of sneakers rotating. Otherwise, I'll ruin a new pair of shoes in, I don't know, like a month.
I'm definitely up there with that. Yeah.
So she got me another pair of these cloud runners. That
Okay.
I have,
Oh,
that I
nice,
had
dude.
now,
Yeah.
but different color.
Those are great.
So like black ones actually. So yeah, pumped for that.
Wow,
so
dude.
Yeah, yesterday was a great day. Honestly,
She got you some great gifts, man.
great
Sam.
gifts. So really appreciate that. Had a great time with her, great time with you guys, great time on the course. So
Hell
honestly,
yeah, dude.
It was as good of a birthday as I could have, hoped for. So thank you to everybody for making it so
brother.
special. And then also, shout out to Patty. It's his birthday today. A lot of birthdays today.
That's right,
I mentioned you,
dude.
Sam's on Sunday, but yeah, happy birthday to Patty. For his sake and for your sake, Tony, because I know you're going through it. I just went through myself. I hope you guys, get a victory. Who are you playing over the weekends?
The Phillies.
Oh, right. This is big.
Yeah, it's huge.
So that's the thing. As bad as it is right now, if you win that series against the Phillies, you're in first place.
Oh, yeah, no, you feel great about it, but it's just like, how much
but
confidence do you
right.
have?
You gotta do it. You gotta just do it.
You just do it. Just get it done, dude.
And the fun continues, honestly, though. Yankee Stadium tonight.
That's right.
Pumped for that. A lot of people in the house, too.
Get hammered.
In
the house?
No, because
maybe people are going.
Yeah. And JD is actually going to meet me and Matt at Fordham.
Let's
to
go,
Ann and
dude.
Tony's. Only been there one other time.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, so JD's pumped. And then at the stadium, we're going to meet Ace and Kev, and then Kev's brother will be there as well. So going to be awesome. I know Ace is getting there at like 1 o'clock to get in line for the Aaron Judge bobblehead. We will not be doing that. Probably not getting the bobblehead, but that's all right. But yeah, looking forward to being back at the stadium. That's for sure. So all good stuff. And I do see we have a bunch of comments if we want to start there.
Yes, dude, we do have a bunch. So let's get to it here on this Friday. The frenzy of comments, dude. Buckta, Stephen A. Smith needs to step down to ESPN and get absolutely cooked in Democratic primaries.
Michael,
Hey,
a little
hey.
copyright there.
Come on, dude, Michael.
Just said that in the Buckta family chat.
Write your own material, Michael.
We'll give Michael a pass. It was my idea, Michael, but I'm glad you are echoing those sentiments.
He wants to be talking shit about the Mets, by the way. I'd love to see how many innings he was watching last night, dude. But yeah, he's probably too busy texting Ernie at 1:08 a.m., dude. Citi Field should only get a cost a penny to get into, which is ridiculous. Buckta, way nicer than Yankee Stadium. Stop it, dude. It's your profile photo, Michael, actually. So, like that's your profile photo. Great. Barnes, Mets 0-6 after putting a pride flag on the Jumbotron to the national anthem.
Come
I'm
trying to
Ernie.
think, though. No, isn't it 0-6 also since the TCA tailgate? Right?
Is that right?
They won that day.
Yeah, they did win that day.
Yeah, they didn't win again. Yeah.
And then let's go fucking wins, Yankees, whatever, dude. Does Boston throw at Devers now that he can play first base? That's right, this weekend. Big series for them. Will he shoot over 700 tonight? Doubt it, dude.
Otherwise he would have been at the stadium. But, he's a player owner for his bowling team. So.
Yeah, dude. Hey, listen, you got to show up. Absolutely. Buckta talking more smash. 45-117 Mets finishing record. Your shot, dude. And then Josh B says, yo, fam, what's good?
Josh B.
Buckta or Tino, he says, question mark.
Oh, no, because Tino was 24.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what's great about having the no name, honestly, because then you could just reuse it for anything.
Yeah, that is true.
It always plays, as you would say, Tony.
A player to be named later. Matthew Gabriel says, let's go, boys. Can't wait for the festivities today, is what he says.
Let's fucking
And
go.
then there we go, dude.
Gonna be a legendary
People
day.
are hyped. Oh, wait, sorry. No, we have more. Sorry, dude.
Oh, we got more.
Sorry.
We got more.
Says he's blew it today. Absolute disgrace. Facts, dude. Buckta says fast pass, just like the one at Disneyland. I don't know what he's talking about. Matthew Gabriel redemption next week. Big week, dude.
Yes.
The beach bash.
Yes.
The Staten Island, dude. It's going to be sick.
Food is already on the table.
Food is on the table.
The pool is ready.
Dude, the pool is definitely ready.
The basketball hoop.
I spoke to my mom. I requested meatloaf on Friday night. So
wow.
You guys will just fucking have to deal with it.
Oh,
right,
I mean, you know it. I mean, anything. It's just like the Yankee
mashed
logo.
Potatoes, dude.
Anything that your mother makes is. I mean, I just said the analogy yesterday. You forgot already.
Gold? It's like gold. Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
what you said, dude. Yeah, Yankee, whatever, dude. And then Buckta says, yeah, but it's Ernie and I. I'm changing it to a photo of Ernie at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, it's never going to happen, Buckta. All right, dude? And then Ernie, Tony, tough times. Are over. You take the series with the Phils. Oh, thanks, Ernie. I really appreciate that. I hope so, man. Obviously, it is, tough. And I know you guys just did, the same 6-game losing streak. It's the same.
The parallels.
It really is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's tough, dude. Wheeler on the mound tonight. It's the Phillies, dude. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Confidence is not at an all-time high. Needless to say. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, dude.
Yeah. one day at a time. And what else from Butka?
Buckner says, how well do you know Tony's mom, Barnes? I don't know what the fuck he's getting at.
But yeah, I mean, very well. Have frequented the Materiello household twice last year, and this will be a third time. The hospitality, to use this analogy, is golden, Michael. Maybe he'd be so privileged to visit, but I don't know. With all the smack talk,
absolutely not.
Your mother, I mean, if she's watching right now, she's saying, "Who's this guy?
Who is this guy?
Is there going to be a perm band from Staten Island?
Probably right now, perm band.
I'm sure Michael's sitting there. Give me the perm band. Fuck the Mets.
Take the perm band. You got it, Michael. You got the perm band.
Oh shit. You just watch out and see Tom Selleck.
Yeah, he says in your dreams you just watch and see Tom Selleck.
Too funny. So yeah, a lot to get to, but just wanted to do a quick leaderboard update here locally in Cromwell, Connecticut.
That's right.
TPC River Highlands, the Travelers Championship. And we have Austin Eckroat, your leader here, 8 under par. He's tied with Scotty Scheffler. Wyndham Clark is in third with Rory McIlroy and Keegan Bradley. All shot 6 under, so a par 70 here. So they're shooting 64. The outstanding rounds from Eckroat and Scheffler, 62. So kind of going with the theme of the scoring that we usually see here at TPC Cromwell. And then you have Patrick Cantlay tied for 6 with Cam Young at 5 under. Brian Harmon, 4 under, and Cantlay is on the course 2 under through 5. You had a bunch of people shoot 4 under yesterday, tied for 8, including Jason Day, Nick Taylor, Tommy Fleetwood, Victor Hovland. So low numbers all over the board. Tom Kim, 3 under, 67 yesterday. Justin Thomas and Colin Morikawa, both 3 under as well. Xander Schauffele, former champ, struggling a little bit here, minus 169.
Nice.
And wasn't too many rough scores. Jordan Spieth withdrew, which is interesting. Must be injured. Didn't even actually get on the course. Dunlap and Fowler are 7 over, which is very surprising. And Minwoo Lee, Tony Finau, both also shot +3. Maybe Adam Scott a little fatigued from his run at the U.S. Open, +2. Aubert +1. What's the unfortunate update? His shoulder blade?
I guess so, dude. Suffering
tightness?
Sudden tightness in his shoulder blade that made swinging impossible, it says, which is, I mean, obviously never good.
Yeah.
So,
jeez. Well, hopefully a speedy recovery. Hopefully he can recover in time, for the Open Championship. But we'll keep an eye out on the leaderboard. But we know there's a lot to talk about in the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it! Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
As Ashke putts for birdie, makes it there. About like a 10-foot putt maybe, but that was, still pretty impressive. Moves to 1 under now. So good for Ash K, dude. At the Travelers, here we go. Why not? We're kicking off baseball with a little bit of Mets talk here, unfortunately. There's really not much to talk about, to be honest. The Braves won 7-1 here to kick off, or to end, and really kick off, probably whatever win streak they're about to go run on. I don't even know who the Braves are playing next. Doesn't really matter, though. But you get Spencer Strider on the bump here against a 1 Clay Holmes. And, honestly, you get the hitting out right. You score early on, and, top of the second, you get on the board first there, Mauricio, with the RBI single to score Taylor. And what looked like could be maybe possibly a long night for Spencer Strider after those first 2 innings, I guess you could say. But still, he's a good wind really howling in Cromwell here. 21-mile-an-hour winds to the northwest, dude. Gusts up to 38 today. Looked like somebody's ball on the green was just getting blown around, dude. But in any case, speaking of getting blown around, the Mets, dude, last night. Again, like I said, there's not really much to talk about here. Clay Holmes was just not bad necessarily, but I mean just the lack of location, the walks. You know, he had 6 walks over 4 2/3. A big reason why he had to be plucked at that point because he was at 103 pitches, I believe, at that time. But still, I mean, you know, it's a 1-1 game at that point. So it really like you don't feel like you're out of it necessarily. You're bringing in Brazoban, and that's honestly when I closed the laptop after that. Because obviously Clay Holmes, that inning, you know, almost literally is 1 pitch out of getting himself out of this jam. But we'll go to it here in the 5th. So with Clay Holmes, leadoff walk to Olsen, Ozuna singles. The runners first and second. Baldwin fouls out, and then that's when Albies singles, or excuse me, that makes it 1-1. Sorry, it was the next inning. In the 5th, the leadoff walk not to Ozuna but to Acuna. Strikes out Verdugo, and then Riley singles Acuna. There's first and third right there. Olsen gets walked. Riley goes to second, so you have bases loaded with 1 out. Gets Ozuna striking out, looking on. I think it was I can probably just look it up, but if memory serves me, it was a fastball. It was a sinker here that kind of dotted the corner, got Ozuna looking. He was type of great out, and you're kind of thinking like, all right, dude, like this, like you got the second out, bases are loaded, you need 1 more. In what was an 8-pitch at bat, where at one point he was up, the count was 1-2, dude. Ends up pitching himself into a walk. Obviously, Baldwin, you know, did give him a couple good looks, a lot of foul offs too. And then, of course, dude, the 2-2 pitch was a cutter outside. It was a good call. Make it 3-2, dude. And then, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess there was a pitch comm issue, so the rhythm kind of torn up. Lindor had to go to the dugout, get a new pitch comm thing. There was a little, like, rah-rah at the mound, all this build-up. And then the next pitch was just outside, you know? I mean, it was obviously pretty tough, dude. They walk a runner in, it's 2-1, and you're tight, obviously. Because you lead Clay Holmes out of the game, bring in Brazoban, and this is where after I close the game, a 4-pitch walk from Brazoban to Ozzy Albies, and that last pitch, 2 of the pitches were like in the other batter's box. Like, I don't know what. Like, what were you doing in the bullpen warming up? I don't know what you were doing, but obviously it wasn't anything good because you walked another runner in and then you worked the ground out by Harris. So that's when I kind of closed the laptop there. Actually, I don't think I did. I think I opened back up, and did I see?
Really, 6th inning down 2, closing the laptop.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. I mean,
I think I opened it back up and I saw Olsen's double.
Okay.
So I think I remember seeing Acuna scoring again, and Riley, and then yeah. And then that's when I closed it. It was 6-1 probably, and that was like for good for the night, dude. Because it's just fucking nonsense, dude. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like I was saying, there's another game where you kind of felt like you could have had if they just continued to hit consistently, and I guess maybe Strider, you know, really. I guess got more comfortable. His slider was just absolutely dominant. I think he retired 12 of his last 13 batters. All of his strikeouts came up on that slider, on the off-speed pitches. So it wasn't even like he was blowing fastballs by anyone. It was just the lack of plate discipline and chasing pitches. And then on top of that, I mean, for 9 walks out of your pitchers, 9. You know, you can't be doing that, dude. Like you're handing the Braves runs. Your pitchers were trash, and you had a lack of offense. Needless to say, 1 run was scored. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's not great. You know, now you lost 6 in a row. You get swept by the Braves. The Phillies are a game behind you. You're playing them this weekend. You got Zach Wheeler in game 1 here. That's not a great sign. And not to mention, like I said, like it just seems like the Braves are going to go on this run here that could cause some problems. And it is pretty crazy to say that this team that's 15 games over 500 right now, obviously division in question, and it's like you kind of think that there's going to be a third team, specifically the Braves, that are going to be involved for the division at this point. And I guess it could go either way. I mean, maybe I'm just thinking worst case scenario because you're kind of in the thick of it right now, and that it is still like you're still 15 games over. And it's like if you do well against the Phillies, like you said, Brian, it does kind of erase a lot of things. And I mean, is it a huge surprise that you get swept by the Braves here? I mean, it seems like historically, you go to Truist Park, you go down to Atlanta, you get like swept or you lose a series. Like it's historically that's what the Mets do when they're playing in Atlanta. So, I mean, the good news is yes, if you feel good about you take 2 out of 3 against the Phillies, and then you see the Braves again back home, kind of like your chances perhaps. But I mean, maybe they can turn around. But again, you kind of fall on now like that. You're in the thick of it, and you're in the thick of it with these injuries too. I mean, you got Blade Tidwell starting tonight out of necessity. Kranick went to the IL, so another bullpen piece down for this series. And then, like I said, you will probably have Montas. I think Montas is starting game 1 against the Braves at Citi Field, I think. So, I mean, like,
wow.
Montas, who's had some, obviously, injuries. It's going to be his season debut here, so that doesn't really feel good against a hot team like the Braves. I guess we'll see what their series is this weekend, but still, I mean, and on top of that, he's been eating shit in his rehab starts. I don't know if you've seen any of that. But he's getting knocked around in his rehab starts. So, I mean, it just seems like, you know, like we've talked about, I mean, the injuries to the pitching staff has really caught up. You know, how much, like, Clay Holmes didn't do bad, but obviously the control was an issue, and he's at a career high in pitch count right now.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was going to actually ask you. You know, I mean, obviously, yes, right now you lose 6 in a row. You're concerned about everything. But just when it specifically comes to him, I mean, are you concerned that, you know, he's kind of trending downward and that down the stretch, like that you might not be able to count on him?
I mean, a little bit, yeah. I mean, I feel like with a lot of the Mets pitchers, you're worried about the downward trend because of how good they were doing, you know, how much of those expectations they were exceeding. You only hope that, because you're anticipating, like you said, kind of a downtrend, but you just hope that he can hold at some point. It doesn't just like go all, like, it's not a steep decline, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his ERA is still below 3, or it's at a 3 maybe now after last night, but still, I mean, he's been pitching really well. And again, he wasn't getting hit on a lot, just the control was an issue, you know?
Yeah, but you know what my thing too is, like, just knowing from what I've seen from him, you know, with the Yankees, like pressure moments, kind of folding, like, I don't know. I just feel like if I were you, I would just like not want him to be starting playoff games.
I mean, possibly, sure. Right now, I would say I don't mind. I mean, he's had pressure on him this season. I mean, he's gotten out of jams before, and not for nothing, like, he may have to, Brian. Like,
well, he may have to. I guess what I'm saying is just, you know, and again, people evolve, people change. But, I mean, we do have a fairly large sample size of Clay Holmes, and it's like,
yeah, true.
It's been a long time since he's went through a season without a complete mental collapse. So, you know what I mean? Does that go away just because he's a starting pitcher? I mean, I guess it could. But it's interesting, even though they have a lot of options. Obviously, they're dealing with injuries in that regard as well. But I don't know about you, but I mean, I think, and I know it's kind of goes against what Stearns likes to do, but I think they should be big players at the deadline for a starter.
Yeah,
like a quality
one.
Pitcher,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rumblings about like them looking at getting DeGrom back in the Mets roster.
That's actually like legit.
I don't know about how legit it is, but I mean, a lot of people are talking about it. You know, I mean, it's been on like SNY, like Todd Zeal has talked about it. You know, like it's I don't know if like that is coming from a source inside the locker room in the front office or something, but it would be kind of crazy if that is a move. But also, like I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I guess. I mean, there was a lot of talk about getting a better outfielder too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously, priority right now, I would agree with you, is pitching. I mean, it has to be. I mean, unless Montas comes back and is working miracles, and then you get Manaea who hits the ground running as well, and then Senga just isn't out that long, then you feel good.
Yeah. I mean, I would feel good about Manaea, definitely. But
yeah,
Montas, I mean, from day one, they just shouldn't have signed him. I don't know.
But again, I mean, it's not looking great with the rehab starts. But I mean, I will say that, you know, the moves that Stearns has made with those pitchers in the past in this past offseason, obviously, you know, last year too, and then on top of that, whatever Hefner's doing with them, I mean, it has worked. You know, it's surprised, I think, a lot of people. So I guess you kind of have to have some confidence in him, but this certainly feels like one that he won't hit on. But I guess, only time will tell, and it's going to be a short amount of time because he's going to be starting against the Braves, Montas. So.
Wait. So starting against the Braves on Monday?
I think so. I
Okay.
double check.
Oh, so the Braves are coming to Citi Field on Monday.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, and the Yankees are going to Cincinnati, right?
Yeah. Let's see the schedule here.
The one good thing about ESPN that they have like starters listed pretty far out.
Yeah, pretty sick, dude.
So,
I guess it would be
that would be that.
It would be this
Wednesday
game. Yeah, the Wednesday game.
Okay. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I guess Tidewell starting tonight.
Blade Tidewell starting tonight, dude.
Wait, but does he pitch? Is he a regular starter?
No.
Okay. So
First time this season got called up because of obviously McGill going on the IL too. So
Gotcha.
Gonna be kind of a tough assignment for him nonetheless. He has some major league experience from last year. I don't think it was anything to write home about.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he was one of the higher pitching prospects. Obviously, I guess let me just pull up his stats from last season. I guess he has one game pitched. Oh, I think it was against St. Louis. 3 2/3. 3 walks, 2 Ks, 6 earned runs. I guess he didn't get any look. I thought he got a look last season, but I guess not. Maybe.
Huh.
In any case, tough assignment, like I said, for the young guy. So we'll see what happens. But again, the pitching matchup, Wheeler dialed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you just gotta, I guess just hope he has an off night, and you have to pitch well, but also just figure out a way to get some runs across. And who did he give up 6 runs to? Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that was a home start.
That was a home start.
So, you never know.
That's true.
And before we get to the Yankees, I see we have a couple Ernie Butka comments here.
Buckton thinks he's like in charge or something. Mets talk 5 minutes maximum, please. You and Jimmy can go kick some rocks.
And you know what it is,
All right, Michael?
I think, and I don't know if Tony will agree to this. Maybe he will. But I feel like because he's talking about me, talking shit about the Mets, and I think just as the years have gone on, I would say I've developed just a little maturity in that standpoint, and I can be straightforward. Like everybody already knows, of course, I don't like the Mets, but I can just be, just giving you, professional opinion. Obviously, up until this 6-game losing streak, they have had a good season. When we did play them, it was competitive. And just like any team at this point in the season, obviously, there are some concerns, Michael, but it's just like, I just feel like, you know what I mean? Instead of just like, there's no point, like we've talked about it many times, like the back and forth, oh, we're better than you, this, that, you decided on the field, and we have another series coming up in a couple weeks here. So let's just play ball, Michael. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be like, I feel like he just wants to like hammer like the fuck the Mets, fuck the Mets.
Yeah, he wants to make enemies. Is what he wants.
It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of, I just feel like I said, just decided on the field. That is the professional way to do it. What was Ernie saying though at the end there?
Ernie at the end here. Okay, let's see. Very early, he says, Tony, be glad this is happening early. Shit happens. He says also supposedly can make a run for Skeens. That would be wild.
I feel like you'd have to literally just pack up the whole farm system.
Literally the whole farm system.
Yeah. Because I don't know. Am I wrong? Because I just feel like there's certain like Sal Licatas of the world kind of hyping up the Mets farm system. I'm not going to say that it hasn't gotten better, but don't you think I don't think they have like one of the top systems in the game. Like, right? Maybe
I don't think so.
Like one of the worst to like middle of the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, is that more realistic in your eyes?
I would say so.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they're like, I guess I haven't checked in a while, but I don't think they're like rated by like ESPN or MLB to have like a high farm system. But yeah, getting Paul Skeens would be absolutely ridiculous, dude.
And would you care about just everybody gone?
Everybody
like Mauricio, all those people.
I wouldn't care much for Mauricio if he's gone.
Is he up or is he back down?
No, he's been up.
Okay. Yeah. But he hasn't done anything.
No. His average is maybe 200.
Has he had his first career home run yet or no?
Yes.
Last year?
No, it
was
this year.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he did. Kind of forgetting right now. I have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, no, I would definitely give up the farm for Skeens. That's like a generational pitcher right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the one thing with that is, like, I mean, you always get nervous about hard throwers, arm injuries, but just one of those things, pitching being such a need, sometimes you do have to go for it. The window is now. So, that would make sense. And what, career home runs?
There we go. Bang, dude. It was against Tampa Bay.
And then
in a loss.
I do see also Ernie says, Barnes, it's possible our visit has jinxed the Mets. What do you think, LMAO?
No.
And then
Barnes
it's funny though. I don't know if Ernie or Josh was listening to this, but I told this story yesterday. But I was on Discord right before this losing streak happened, and I told Kev, like, be careful. Like, you never know when that losing streak's around the corner. He got tight, so I don't know. Maybe you could flip that around and say he jinxed it, because he told me that I wasn't looking out, and he thought I was being facetious, and I wasn't. In fact,
he is a big jinx, dude.
And then Josh getting a chuckle, and Acuna or Beatty would go too, probably actually.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. I mean, that's
which one would you rather go?
I guess Acuna is more like dispensable.
Okay.
I mean, I think his position is not for nothing. Like, who's going to play third base? Vientos is. I mean, I guess Beatty hasn't even been great either defensively, but Vientos is like looks like he's lost. Although it does suck because it's like Acuna. You love the speed,
right?
And I mean, it's
give
tough,
some
dude.
to get some though. That's
I guess
thing.
you got it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's for schemes,
yeah, because I think you know what I mean. Like, sure, you'd be like, oh, like I don't really look good, but then if you get schemes,
you have them.
You're
dude.
not
like,
thinking about who you give
exactly, dude. Like you buying his jersey is what you're doing.
Exactly,
dude. Yeah,
exactly. So, be interesting to see what happens on that front. So it was a great birthday present early afternoon yesterday in the Bronx. The Yankees finally winning a game, scoring more runs than they had in the previous 6 games, which is just unbelievable. But a 7-3 victory to salvage the final game of a 4-game set against the Angels. Carlos Rodon, victorious here. Best start in 3 starts here. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So the one thing here, and the ERA sits at 3.10, 9-5 on the season, but the 3 home runs. So that's something that has plagued Rodon before. So that's just one thing you'd like him to sharpen up. But other than that, I thought he looked good. 92 pitches. Bullpen was flawless, and they're going to get a boost today. Luke Weaver will be activated from the injured list. So you love to see that. Very quick recovery. It seemed like he was going to be out a lot longer. I feel like they said 4 to 6 weeks, and I feel like he's been back in what, 2.5, 3 weeks?
No, yeah, it's been like really quick turnaround.
So great to see that. But yeah, Leiter, Loizaga, Williams yesterday combining for 3 scoreless innings, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit, no walks. So that's what you want to see. And then what had been the bugaboo, the offense, and they were swinging the bats yesterday, and it was nice to see the beer in the bat. I mean, we talk about jinxes, maybe the opposite of the jinx yesterday with the beers and the bats. And Ernie did say 7-2, and I agreed with him. So we were very close to hitting that on the head. Maybe one Rodon hanging fastball, I guess the Taylor Ward in the 6th. That doesn't happen. Ernie would be hitting it right on the head. But it was nice to see the Yankees, because it started out where you're thinking, oh my God, is this going to be one of those games again? Because first inning, Mike Trout hits a home run to give the Angels the lead. So, just the way things are going, I mean, as a big fan, I mean, you're just so sensitive to anything going wrong because is this going to catapult things? And after they had got the first 2 outs, you get that home run, but he strikes out Taylor Ward looking. So you're down 1-0, going to the bottom of the first. And this was nice to see. You answer right back. You don't let it fester. You're down 1-0 in the 6th, the 7th, and have to rally. No, first inning, you answer right back. Paul Goldschmidt doubling to lead off the game. So his success against a left-handed pitcher, very documented. Cody Bellinger reaching out an infield single. So you got first and third, nobody out. Judge strikes out. Unfortunately, this has been his coldest stretch of the season. Stanton up, and this was nice to see. In past years, maybe since he's rested a lot, he's a little more agile. Grounds into a fielder's choice, beats the throw from first. And I don't know if you saw they reviewed the runner at second. Seemed like it was a tie. They didn't overturn the call. And it seems like for whatever reason, the Yankees have been on the wrong end of these replay reviews. But all of us in the TCA chat were talking about this yesterday. Really was bullshit. But the run scored. That was the important part. So 1-1. And then, second inning, This is where you're thinking, is this going to be a Rodon start that we don't want again? Because he strikes out Darno, but then Joe Adell homers to right center. So the Angels go up 2-1. Then Rodon was settled down after that. But fortunately, this is the difference. I think this is when you know you're going to, back to playing good baseball here. So you answer right back again. Volpe walks. I mean, how many times has Volpe walked? Not much. Usually chasing pitches in the dirt. But then, Wells, double play. So, but LeMahieu keeps eating alive with a single. And then Trent Grisham hasn't homered in a while. Right center, 408 feet. And that gave the Yankees, a 3-2 lead. And then Goldschmidt homers back to back. So, two guys that really hadn't homered in a while. So it was great to see that. Bellinger struck out to end the inning. So you're up 4-2, top three. Rodon works around two base runners on an infield single and hit by pitch. Get out of that. You go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. Fourth inning, Rodon working out a one-out walk. Bottom of four, you go down 1-2-3 again. Rodon has a 1-2-3 in the fifth. Bottom five, Bellinger 2-out single, but you aren't able to get anything going there. And then things get a little dicey. After Trout grounds out, Taylor Ward hits that homer, so 4-3, and it's like, are you gonna let this slip away again? Does Rodon need to get out of there? But he stands tall, gets through the 6 innings, and then in the bottom of the 6, you get Jazz Chisholm with a 1-out single, but Jazz gets thrown out at the second on a fielder's choice, so Volpe at first. But then Volpe gets picked off at third. So, again, it seems like every game, Anthony Volpe making a boneheaded play, which is unfortunate, but it's also the truth at the same time. So that ended that inning. 7th inning, you go to the bullpen. Leiter, 1-2-3. Bachman comes in for the Angels in the 7th here. After LeMahieu grounds out, Grisham doubles. So Grisham, really been struggling. All of a sudden, maybe the bat's heating up. 1-out double. Goldschmidt strikes out, but then Cody Bellinger singles, scoring Grisham, but then Bellinger thrown out at second. But the run does score, so 5-3. Loaizaga comes in, 2-out single to Trout, gets out of it, so 5-3, bottom 8. And the Yankees are able to tack on 2 more. Judge doubles, so good to see him do something productive. Stanton walks. They pinch run Dominguez. Jazz reaches on a bunt single. So the bunting, bases loaded, nobody out. Volpe, what do you know? He gets it right into the ground. But it's a fielder's choice, not doubled up. So Judge scores 6-3. Austin Wells. So at least you really wanted a big hit to really bust this thing open, but at least you did the productive outs, getting the runs in. So 7-3. Yankees just coast from there. Devin Williams, 2 outs, hits Lamont Wade Jr. with a pitch, but then strikes out Rignifo. End the game. Ball game over. Yankees win 7-3. 6-game losing streak over. And you welcome Baltimore to town tonight. 3-game set. Nice to also see that the Rays lost to Baltimore. So Baltimore helping us out yesterday. So the lead in the division there is back to 2.5 games. Toronto's 3 back, Boston 5 back. So very important. Okay, you snapped this losing streak, but now let's start a winning streak. And I think they're going to do that. I think you're presented a very good opportunity. Fried versus Sagano tonight. So pumped to be at the stadium. It's always electric there, but I think, it adds even more juice when somebody like Max Fried is on the mound.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So really, really jacked up for that. And who knows, sitting left field foul territory, who knows, second level could be, some foul balls into play. And excited to get it started at Ann and Tony's for a little pregame festivities.
Sick,
so,
dude. What do you get there? Tagliatelle, broccoli, guacamole.
No, we're probally rotation wise. Are we not due for the Yoki? Are we not due for the vodka sauce? Tonight,
we're due for the vodka sauce.
Probably
dude.
some orientation of the vodka sauce. Orientation of the vodka sauce.
Variation.
Play ball. We will see.
I mean, there's nothing better, dude.
No. Nothing. Vodka sauce.
Maybe veal
plays.
sighting. Maybe veal. Veal color on the side. Veal color on the side.
For Ernie though, maybe.
Come on, dude.
We got some picks to make. Before we do that, I guess some more comments here.
Yeah, dude.
Ernie
in the house. We also have D. Rells in the house, actually. It says, send Beatty to Shanghai and bring back Vientos, he said, which is pretty interesting.
Wow.
And then he says, Ernie says, hey, D. Rells, Mets still suck, eat dirt. You're not allowed to comment till you win. Laughing, dude. And then D. Rells says, jealousy is a terrible disease.
Interesting. The smack talk is real right now.
Smack talk is real high right now. Everyone's, on edge a little bit. Everyone's excited for the weekend, I'm sure, too. Getting popped tonight, dude.
Everyone's hammered.
Everyone's hammered already, dude. The Bloody Mary's out on the course.
The transfusions.
The transfusions, house made.
I was happy though, because those were playing a little strong, and I feel like to shoot the 89, I was happy with that, honestly. Driver still needs some tuning up, but the short game. Gotta have a good short game, right?
Gotta have a good short game, dude. You putt for dough.
Yeah.
They say, dude.
Drive for show. Do we have updated picks?
We do not, dude. I gotta go through them, actually.
I went Yankees under.
You went
so
Yankees under.
Over, so that's a 1-1.
That's a 1-1. Then you had the Tigers in the
Who
under.
lost.
Who lost.
Oh,
no, they won, but it went over.
2-2.
And then you had Cubs, and it looks like the
Cubs
over.
lost, but the over hit, so 3-3.
1-1.
Fucking.
Wait, what was your fourth game?
Oh, fourth game.
Do I got to go back to the archives for that
hold
one?
on, keep going
I
down.
didn't write it down.
I think I took the Astros who lost. That's what it was. But I definitely had the over. So again, 4-4.
Astros over 1-1. That makes it 4-4. And wouldn't you know it, I had Mets in the over. Obviously, Mets lost. The over probably did not hit. 8.5, of course, dude. Couldn't one more run. 0-2. And then let's see. I took game 2, Cards, White Sox. I had Cards and the under. The Cards 1-1. And then Pirates, game 2, in the over. So that's, okay, 2-0. And then Giants and the under. That hit. Let's go, dude. Another 2-0. So that puts me... Oh, my God, dude. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it's 4-4. Still a game lead you got.
Wow. Unbelievable how that
Unbelievable is
and
right,
then
dude.
You're batting leadoff today, right?
And I am batting leadoff. So you are at 53 and 61. And then I am at 52 and 62.
Jeremy Schaap,
dude. That's crazy.
I know. But winning ways, we're both going to crush it. Let's do another edition MLB 6-pack pick segment. Hirsch Law Firm.
You know the
Tony
deal.
batting leadoff.
You know the deal here. Hirsch Law Firm.
Let's go
leadoff,
Yankees.
dude. Let me get that lower third off the board here. MLB picks, baby. Let's go now. All right. I mean, let's...
When it rains 6 days in a row, what's the weather outside right now, Tony, huh?
Sunny. All right, dude, let's do it. Let's take the Mets here. Game 1, feeling hot. Citizens Bank Park, dude. It's going to be a little warm there. The Phillies are 45-30 now, a very similar record here of the Mets. Obviously, fighting for the division here, over 8.5. Blade Tidwell, I mentioned. Towing the slab, Zach Wheeler. I think Zach Wheeler, for maybe the second time this season, doesn't have a quality start, dude. I think he lasts 6 innings. I think he gives up 4 earned runs. I think it's our boys. I think it's Lindor, by the way, who I believe went hitless against the Braves.
Wow.
He's due. Leadoff dinger. Get the ball rolling. Give some confidence, some breathing room for Tidwell, because I know he's probably not going to do well. Tidwell lasts maybe 5 innings, 4 earned runs. It's going to be offense. Marte, 3-run dinger. I'll say in the 7th inning, ties the game up at 6. Jeff McNeil, top 9, go ahead. Diaz closes it out. He's the only reliable bullpen piece you have right now, honestly. Give me the Mets winning this game 8-7. Mets in the over.
All right. So the Bronx, New York, coming out in full force, as always, the TCA, the Downtime TV collaboration, second to none. Section 231, Yankees, Orioles, Fried, Sagano. And I honestly think this is going to be a bloodbath. And yes, obviously, for the win yesterday, Yankees have been struggling, especially the offense. Looked pretty good yesterday. Also, last time out against Baltimore, Sagano dominated us. And I think, there's got to be some studying of that tape, what to do right, where we went wrong. I think they make those adjustments. And then the value of having Max Fried on the mound, 9 wins this season, ERA under 2, duking it out with Skubal for the Cy Young. I think he's going to go 7 strong, only 1 earned run. I think he strikes out 10. I think he's backed by a Yankee offense that was churning yesterday. I think they put up another 7 runs today. Aaron Judge, for the first time in a week, will go deep, has not homered since that home run over the Monster last Friday at Fenway. So, I'm going to say he'll have also 3 hits. So, might be some base props there, but love the home run prop. And then I think Stanton is due to his first home run of the season. I think he does. And like I said, the Yankees score 7 once again. Orioles only scored 2. So we'll say 7-2. So Yankees and the over. Can't wait to go.
Yankees in the over, can't wait to go, dude. And speaking of going, let's go to San Diego, dude. Padres taking the Royals here. Royals just swept the Rangers. And I think they're due for a loss here. Michael Lorenzen, that is, on the mound, 4.91 ERA, 4-7 on the season. Excuse me. This will be the first time these two teams are facing off. Nick Pivetta is going to be starting for the Padres. Familiar face there. He's 7-2, solid record, 3.4 ERA, so keeping it dialed in relatively. And I think he will against Kansas City here. I know, obviously, sweeping Texas, good for them. Padres, though, dropping 3 of 4 against the Dodgers. They're looking for some revenge, and I think it's going to come at the hand of a Fernando Tatis Jr., maybe even Jr., dude. Xander, who I think has been going through it a little bit. He hasn't, been looking at it on my fantasy team. Not great numbers, but I say he goes maybe a 2 for 4 night. I could see a Rise doing maybe a little 3 for 3 action. And then obviously Fernando Tatis, I'm going to say grand salami, 7th inning, a 4-run, let's freaking go lead. And that'll be, I want to say Padres win it. I guess I'll take the over too. Give me 6-3, Padres over. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to go to PNC Park, and definitely a park that I want to check out one of these days. Maybe next time the Yankees play there, which I would imagine would be next season. Jacob deGrom, you talked about him possibly joining the Mets, rejoining the Mets, 6-2, 219. Rangers only 36-39, but the Pirates are 30-46. Going up against Burrows for Pittsburgh, 1-1, 4-2-4. But I think deGrom is going to dominate this lineup. I think, 7 innings, probably 10 strikeouts, no earned runs. And I think the Rangers score 4, shutting out the Pirates here at PNC. So 4-0. So give me the Rangers and the under.
Rangers under. You had Yanks and over, right?
Yanks in the over.
I thought so. I'm not going to be fading the fucking Mets, by the way, Ernie and Josh, but I see what they're commenting. I think I'm going to go to Miami for my last game here. Even though there's a lot of other games to pick from. But, hey, man. Cubs in Seattle. No, give me the Braves. If they're going to want to tear, I do believe they will. I know they have a no-name Fuentes. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Didier Fuentes, a 20-year-old out of Colombia, will be getting his major league debut tonight for the Braves. 6 foot, 170, right-handed. I don't really know much about him. Doesn't really matter, dude. Going up against Jansen Junk here. Another young pitcher. Well, he's not really young. 29 years old, righty out of Washington, dude. Coming off a pretty good start, I guess, against the Washington Nationals, but got popped against Pittsburgh. Due to be popped here, I think early, often knocked around. Braves handle Miami. Fuentes probably gives up a couple too. So I say give me the Braves. Give me the over as well. I don't know. Braves 7, Miami 4. 7-4 Braves over. Let's go, dude.
All right, I'm going to do the first game of the day for my last pick here. The Chicago Cubs hosting the Seattle Mariners. Matthew Boyd on the hill, 6-3, 2.79
Doing all right.
ERA versus George Kirby, 1-3, 5.96. Mariners 37-36. The Cubs 45-29, 24-13 at home, -145. I think they dominate here. I think Kirby gets hammered. I think Boyd pitches 6 innings, 2-run ball. And I think Pete Crow Armstrong, 21-22, give Tucker one over the right field Ivy there in Chicago.
PCA.
And I think all that adds up to the Cubs winning 8-3. Cubs over just like that. 6-pack MLB pick segment. Anything besides the fading, or that was really it for the comments?
The fading, Ernie. What's the sigh about? He wants to know from me. What's it to you?
Sigh?
All right, Ernie. Huh? No, it was just it's just tough, dude, out here. We're fucking talking about Blade Tidwell getting a no-hitter today. I don't think so. And Buck doesn't know anything about baseball. I don't know. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it, dude.
I feel like, would you say at this point, Michael Butka is more aggressive with the Mets than he was with Tatum?
I would say so, yeah.
I mean, it's really like crazy. And like, I thought like you used to be one of his favorites, but I don't know.
No.
It's just like,
He doesn't care about me now. He doesn't give a shit about me.
It's just because you didn't answer his text at 2
It's
a.m.
because he didn't answer his text at 2 a.m., dude.
Yeah.
And
Well,
his brother hates me too.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But it is time for a grid.
That's right.
Number 810. It's nice that I didn't forget to say the grid today. That's a nice change of pace.
Yes, it is, dude. Here for Ernie and the folks at home. Bang. Oh,
You could
dude.
say, and here we go.
Dude. And here we go.
So kind of interesting, a little something different. But I'm gonna go with an old friend to start out. Top right, Richie Sexton.
Love that, dude. Richie.
And then
There
my
it is.
thought for the Orioles was either Nelson Cruz or Brady Anderson. What do you think about that?
Nelson Cruz.
I mean, the only thing I'm thinking Cruz, like not many people remember him on the
For
Orioles. 'Cause it was
Orioles,
one
yeah.
year and he hit like 40 home runs.
Yeah, let's do Cruz. Let's see what that's about. 0.9. dude.
0.9. So
dude.
that works out pretty well.
I got one for Mariners, Rangers.
And I have one for Kansas City and St. Louis.
Okay,
But you go
dude.
first.
Let's do Endy Chavez here.
Andy Chavez.
There's no way anyone's thinking about Endy, dude. 0.3. Let's go.
Michael Wacha, Kansas City and St. Louis.
Kansas City and St. Louis. Michael Wacha, dude. He's all right.
9%. All right, a little
9.
high, but not.
That's all
like,
right.
We have high standards these days too.
That's
so
right,
it's
we
really
do.
not that bad.
I know Rangers Royals. Jake Diekman. Do you know Jake Diekman?
I know Jake Diekman. I also know Aroldis Chapman. But I feel like Diekman's probably
Right?
less.
Who thinks about
yeah.
Jake Diekman? Especially when he sucked ass for the Mets bullpen. Bang.
0.5.
dude. There we go.
30 dingers
For
for
Kansas
Kansas
City.
City. Mike Sweeney had to have, right?
I would think so, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think that'd be an easy one. There's Michael. Thank you, dude.
Michael.
There you go. All for you, buddy. Yeah. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Totally lost my train of thought
Sweeney.
here. Sweeney. Oh, this is for Royals.
Yeah. What? How the fuck did he not hit 30 home runs? Right, though?
I guess maybe not.
What did he hit? 29. 29, dude.
Yeah, back-to-back years.
29. What a fucking rat, honestly. I'm honestly pissed about that. Back channels, honestly.
You want to do back channels?
Yeah, I do.
That's wild, dude. All right, let's do Immaculate Grid here. Stand by, everybody. Oh, that's why I gotta de-share this and then reshare it. Oh, dude. Everyone's.
I mean, I just feel like that was just such bullshit. It really was.
Ah! All right, so hold on. Andy Chavez. Let's bring in Diekman. We did Cruz, right?
Cruz, yep.
Cruz, which was good.
Oh, and you know what we could do for
Nelson
that one
Cruz.
is Moustakas for the 30 home runs.
For Kansas City?
Yeah.
Mike Moose.
And then Waka, St. Louis.
Waka. Michael Waka, dude. Who'd you do for Seattle?
Richie Sexton.
Oh, that's right, Sexton. All right. Everyone calm down here.
Everyone's getting a little carried away.
We can do J.A. Happ for St. Louis Mariners.
Yep, do that.
Your boy. Yankee boy. 1%, dude.
Too little, too late, Ernie. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
All that late night contact with Butka, a little slow on his feet
A
here.
little slow on his feet, dude.
All right, so what do we got left here?
Orioles, O's, and Rangers. And
O's
then
Rangers. Okay, so O's Rangers. This is a good one.
Vladimir Guerrero Senior. 4%, dude. All right.
So St. Louis and Baltimore. I feel like I was thinking of somebody
I got nothing.
before about this. Hold on. And Voit was not on on Baltimore, right?
Luke Voigt? I don't think so.
It's not Tomey.
The Birds,
not
dude.
Beltran, not Roland. Boy, this really could be an Ernie, but I feel like we got to be able to get it though, no?
I guess, dude. I'm trying to think.
Orioles, but there's somebody that I'm thinking about. That it's like from like the early 2000s. That was on. I want to say St. Louis first,
I could be wrong.
and then went to Baltimore. What?
I feel like we had this before, and Josh B said Bobby Bonilla.
I feel like that makes I think, right?
I think so too, because I feel like I remember him saying it. I'm like, oh, dude, like Bobby on the Birds.
Bobby on the Birds, but Bobby on the Cards. Definitely Bobby on the Cards.
Yeah, Cardinals. No, I mean
No,
like birds, like Bobby with the birds. They're all birds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like go with that.
This would be like a indirect Josh B call.
Wow, 29,
dude. Even though we kind of fudged a little bit, but that's fine.
I mean, I just feel like,
dude.
come on, Sweeney. I'm sure there was a home run that, like, got overturned or something.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I think so, dude. But we did it.
Did he make an Orioles stop?
Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds.
I don't remember him on Baltimore though.
That's what he's asking. Did he make an Orioles stop?
I don't think so.
Let's look it up. Jimmy, dude.
Jimmy Bay.
Jim Edmonds. Let's see, dude. Obviously, St. Louis. He made no pit stops in Baltimore.
Wow.
From St. Louis right over to San Diego for a cup of coffee, then to Chicago in the same year.
Milwaukee.
And then Milwaukee, Cincinnati in 2010, also in the same year.
Boy, but he had some good years mixed in there.
Oh yeah, dude. St. Louis, I mean,
and I think he was on like the cover of a video game, and like the catch he made with the Angels, right? That was always the big,
oh really?
Yeah.
Was it?
I feel like we've
you know
looked
what
at this
game
before.
No, the catch I know, but the game.
I would just put video game
cover. Slugfest.
That's what it was.
That would be Slugfest.
MLB Slugfest. That used to be a staple.
04, dude.
04.
Oh, that is sick, dude.
And just taking a look here, a little update from Cromwell. Scheffler.
That is dope.
Par on number 1, still 8 under. Eckroat tees off at 12:30. Cantlay now 3 under through 9. Tied for third with Clark, McElroy, Bradley. They all haven't teed off yet. Russell Henley having a good day. He's up to 5 under, 3 under through 9. Ernie on the dial?
Ernie on the dial.
Ear. What's going on, man?
I listen. I couldn't watch you guys do another. I couldn't watch you guys burn another one.
Burn another grid?
Yeah, I couldn't watch you guys do it. Did you get it?
No, yeah, we did.
No,
we
no,
did.
we got
yeah.
it. We got it.
Okay.
Ernie's a little behind.
I was
That's just
calling
fine.
in with a. I was calling in with a clutch. Cesar Izturis.
Cesar Izturis, for Baltimore, St. Louis. Yeah. Well, I mean, just honestly, I don't know if this has come up before, but would you have gotten tripped up on Sweeney? Because I don't know. Growing up, it seemed like Mike Sweeney was like a pretty good power hitter. The fact that he didn't hit 30 home runs once.
When you said Mike Sweeney and Tony said, "Yeah, let's do it," I screamed. I was like, "No!"
Wait, you knew?
Bastard.
Honestly, you knew it right away that was wrong. Honestly,
I wanted you to take a breath because out of all people, Mike Sweeney, you should have went Moose first because like Mike Sweeney was just a real reach. Like yeah, like granted 29, I get it real close, but like Mike Sweeney was a reach. Out of all, you could have went Hosmer, you could have went Moustakas, you could
no,
have.
but Hosmer hit 30. I feel like Hosmer didn't hit 30. I feel like he didn't have a lot of power. I'm gonna doubt the Swami here.
All right, let's go.
Let's see. We're looking it up right now.
Here we go, dude. Homers, 25,
And what do you
22.
know? We don't have a 30.
He didn't hit 30 either. So,
No,
all right, then it would have tripped me up too. Then.
So that's we're tied. You could say the parallels, Tony.
The parallels.
And then speaking of parallels, a live comment here from your buddy Ernie. Shout me out in our late night contact. Yeah.
Oh, Buck, that was good.
It was funny. I don't know if he was being a little facetious, but in the family chat I'm with him, he just randomly goes, "I like Stephen A. Smith. He has some interesting points." And I was just like, is this guy being serious? And I said, and he commented earlier, I don't know if you saw it, Ernie, but I was saying that he should resign from ESPN, run for political office, and then get crushed in the primaries.
I'll tell you this much, right? I used to be a big Stephen A. fan.
Me too.
Growing up, I used to love watching Stephen A. Over the years, I feel like he's just gotten progressively worse. Not as bad as some, but definitely progressively worse. Like he's nowhere near who I was watching in like the early 2000s.
I mean, after today's performance, people could say the same about Ernie.
Ooh. Maybe.
What up, Ernie? It's Mike.
Oh, hello, Thea Phil.
Oh, gosh.
My little vanilla creamer to my grande Americano.
Dude, you need to write a poetry book.
Yeah. Couple haikus.
Listen, these all come off the top. That's how I got my wife. You'll see at the beach bash. She's like way hotter than I should have got.
Well, I'm proud of you. What was I gonna say?
Stephen A.
Stephen A. Tough. He used to like him when he was on 1050 before it got to 98.7.
Yes.
Before it went back to 1050.
Yep.
He was just on the radio. He was doing his thing. It was him, Cowherd, Colin Cowherd. Who else was Mike? Lupica.
Mike Lupica and LaGreca.
Dude,
Mike
that
Lupica.
was a sick lineup
Yes.
they had going
Yes.
back in the day.
That's when I liked ESPN radio.
Me
Like,
too.
I liked ESPN radio back then.
Me
like,
too.
When Coward was on radio, I even though like now like that he has his own show. Like sometimes I'll listen and sometimes he'll make a solid point. But like just things change. All of a sudden these guys get their own show and like everything changes.
I know.
And you could say they were a little chief, but I honestly always really liked Mike and Mike.
Yeah.
I thought that was
You know
a
what?
classic show.
Wasn't bad.
They were the classic. You didn't know what you had till it was gone.
Yes.
You know, because
Yep.
they did get annoying.
Same thing
it
with
seemed-
Pardon the Interruption.
Or you mean around the horn?
No, Pardon the Interruption.
But I mean, it's still there.
No, I think isn't Pardon the Interruption gone?
No, it's around the horn that's gone.
Around the horn.
Where the
yeah,
guy
Around
throws the
Horn
paper
was-
at the camera at the end of
Reality.
the show.
I never really liked that show that much,
one, yeah.
honestly.
But PTI, I think still plays. I think it's still a really good show.
So it's definitely Around the Horn then, yeah.
Dude, Ernie, tell me,
Dude, Ernie.
how is Mike hurting the day to day with this lack of sleep going on?
Well, here's the thing, right? So I underestimated Bukta. I always
Many
have
people
my
do.
phone on D. I always have my phone on DND. Like that's one thing that like my friends eventually they just learn.
Yeah.
At a certain point, don't even bother thinking that if you could text me at a certain hour, I'm gonna get back. But Bukta actually hit the push through button.
Yeah, that's right.
So I got the look from the wife. So, he's back on silent, where when I wake up to go pee and I look at my phone, I will text him back and then go back to sleep. So not too bad. Not too bad.
How often do you wake up to go pee?
I mean, probably once a night.
That's great, dude. Staying
Little
hydrated.
live comment here. Man, I want to thank your wife for our late night contact. Ernie, you and I think very similar. I love you, Ernie. And then Josh B says, my texts go through with the crying emoji.
Shut up, Josh. You see, Josh could go through, my wife could get through, my kids could get through, and my mother could get through. That's about it.
It's a tight circle.
It is.
Yeah. That's really about it. Because Josh lives down the block from me. So my other friends and stuff, if you call me a couple times on D&D, it'll go through. But Josh lives down the block from me. So if Josh needs me for anything at all, and he texts me, I'm probably the closest to be able to help him. So
you know what I don't get? I never do that mode, but how do they have a mode like that? But then you could override it. I feel like it should be.
Yeah, it's in the settings. Your settings.
It's in the settings because at the end of the day,
But you could say nobody can
mode
override.
is perfect. For
Yes.
me.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that setting for a person like me is perfect. Like when I get home and I'm with my family, I really do shut away my phone. I'm a big proponent of when you're home, you're off your phone, you're not really tuned into the social world, you're just enjoying your space. So
I don't think Butka believes in
my
that.
phone. Butka doesn't have kids, so so it's hard to really be on your phone all day when
Him
you
and
have
Snow
kids
White
and
didn't
you wanna be
reproduce.
active.
You know what's funny? I actually want to ask Michael Buckta a question because I don't think it's the same answer.
Michael Viavell?
Yes. That whole piece is great from Saul to Brian's laugh. It's just hilarious. But Michael a couple weeks ago told me I would be the godfather to his firstborn. I'm curious if that still stands, especially after Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah.
I'd get that in writing right now. Dude.
No, dude.
Yeah,
No.
Ernie, were you?
I think that still stands.
Dude, no, it doesn't, dude. Because
No, it
did you hear about the gaming
He
corner
wants
Wednesday?
you, dude.
No, I didn't hear about the gaming corner on Wednesday.
Loyalty
I think I
all
hopped
to
really
you.
late.
The loyalty is all for you. You
Yeah.
are number one in his eyes and heart. And I told him,
Live comment. I'm reconsidering thinking about Ernie being the godfather. This might be a perm
what
ban
the
for
fuck,
Michael
man?
Butka.
Literally,
Honestly.
perm ban on Staten Island. Perm ban DTV.
Studios.
Yep.
God.
And he says Ernie with the guns.
I told him
You're in
Wednesday,
the back.
and I know Barnes is going to back me up on this, and I know Tony as well.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that should be his 100% loyalty to, out of anyone in this whole realm,
Yep.
it's Matthew Gabriel.
Yep. Where are you?
I agree.
Where are you without Matthew?
I agree.
He would
yeah,
not be
I absolutely
anywhere in
agree.
this world without Matt, because Matt found him at the YMCA, brought him in here, and his life has changed since then.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. And he even came here, stomach issues and all.
Oh.
And we worked through it.
Yeah, we
You
did.
know, I mean, anybody else, you come in here, crap your pants. I mean, you're not really coming back. You know?
He didn't get everybody. He didn't poop his pants. He did have a lot of farts going, and I was literally right here, and he was basically like.
No, but then
right
also
here.
too, like they said, whoever said in that movie, "You lie, you die." He said he didn't fart.
Yeah,
too,
he
on
was
top of
right
it.
next to me.
Yeah.
Tooting it
Yeah.
and telling me that he's not farting. I'm like, Michael, then why does this smell like death?
And he's like, "No, no." And that's what I said. I don't know, Michael. I don't know.
That's rough.
Oh, by the way, everybody out in the sports world, because this is associated with it, even though it's a Where's DTV Now.
I can take it.
Yes, you can. You're going to take it. The Where's DTV Now Mets tailgate vlog coming out later today. Pumped for everyone to see it. We got Ernie, Josh. Who's the dude you interviewed too? I forgot. his name. Patty.
Whose birthday it is today?
Today.
Happy birthday, Patty.
Let's fucking go, dude.
That was my
Happy
first-
birthday,
first-
Farva.
First time
Happy
meeting
birthday,
him, so my bad on forgetting your name, but I will not forget it again. We also obviously have Michael, Rick, and Dave in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely Ernie, Josh, and Patty took
Let's
the
go.
show,
And
stole the
Buckta.
show. Oh,
Buckta
and
was-
Buckta made
yeah.
an appearance.
Yeah, he
Yes,
made an
did.
appearance, dude.
Yeah.
And then actually Yak yesterday was texting me because he's going to be at the Beach Bash, and
go.
he was requesting an interview. So these TCA member interviews becoming very popular.
Well, I'll tell people this.
No requests.
No. I would say, since it's if you guys haven't seen our Mad Dog Russo bash,
yes.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be more along those lines, where you come on the Sportsport, you get your chatter in there,
Yeah, definitely.
because we want people being involved in the show that day. I think it's 10 a.m. start time for us.
10 a.m. sharp.
10 a.m. sharp.
Yes, that's right.
In the cabanas.
In the cabanas, dude.
So
cabana.
we're
Let's
gonna
go.
we're gonna have some drinkage for everybody. We're gonna have a good
dude.
time. We
Josh
want-
B will be there. Kev D will be there, obviously.
definitely want you guys involved in the show, coming on,
Yeah,
talking with the
bringing
boys.
bodies.
Bring in your bodies.
Donna
Pina
Lee will be
coladas.
there.
Donna Lee will be
Donna,
there.
She's
dude.
riled.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
That's
Be
awesome.
great to meet her.
on flow.
And I heard one Ernie might partake in some drinking festivities.
Really, Ernie?
Really, dude? Wow, dude. I'll be
You know
drinking.
what? I've always said that even though, I'm not a drinker, I don't drink, it's not like I've never drank. But in occasion, I won't be disrespectful and share a drink with people. So, you guys all drink and you guys all, we did what we did at the tailgate. So I'll share a beer with you guys.
That's very
at
nice.
the beach. Bench.
Yeah.
Some
Who
Velvet
knows? Maybe
Llama.
Matthew will have a couple. He was saying that.
I think he
Yeah,
will.
I think he
He's
said
gonna-
the Sun Cruisers.
I guarantee you, because shout out Velvet Llama. I guarantee you,
Yes.
Matt will have a Velvet Llama.
Oh,
Really.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a tough guarantee. Like,
No,
that's like
I know Matthew.
And then Josh, I also see in here say RJ owes you guys an interview at the Beach Bash because
He does. He
Yes.
does. We'll definitely get it there.
maybe
be sick, dude.
maybe Raymundo Part 2. That was
Yeah,
a good
that'd be
one.
nice,
He
dude.
got it started last year, didn't he? First interview, I think.
I think you're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you interview Ty?
Yes.
We did.
You
yes.
did?
Ty's-
Because yeah, Ty's great, dude.
He is. He's been a consistent
Even
ever
in-
since the Jets tailgate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
he'll remember me.
Well, no,
because
we
he
interviewed
knows-
him the first Beach Bash.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, I interviewed him the first.
But
Beach
then
Bash.
I interviewed him at the Jets tailgate.
That's
too.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That Jets.
I wonder
tailgate
who
was
he
a
thinks
good
is
time.
better interviewer.
We'll ask him that.
Well, I just
Wow,
know he
dude.
knows me with the Yankee stuff. Like he was kind of like rolling his eyes. Like he's a Yankee fan, but he was thinking I was a little nuts. I don't know, I forget.
Yeah.
Well, he's used to it with Dave.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Yeah, true.
And then Josh B says Alan YC Chief Felix Ty will be there again at the Beach Bash, so that'll be great.
Let's go, baby. I'm
So
really
pumped for that.
pumped.
Chief, dude, he was making those fucking burgers.
Yeah.
One
my
quick story
God,
for the
dude.
TCA people in the chat. I got you guys. This is how far your reach goes, okay, baby?
Baby,
So I'm in a networking group and I was doing a one-on-one, getting some coffee.
Nothing beats them one-on-one.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
dude,
they're the
one-on-one.
Yeah.
best. Gotta love small talk.
Oh.
Anyway, so this dude's a huge sports fan. Jets season ticket holder, Rangers season ticket holder, Knicks season ticket holder. What's the other team? I'm missing one.
Rangers, Knicks, Jets,
Rangers, Knicks, Jets.
Mets.
No, none of those shitty teams.
it's New York, right? Yankees.
Yankees season ticket holder.
Yankees. What a dumbass.
So we're talking. I'm like, oh wow. He's like, I'm going to this tailgate, Mets tailgate, because he had a happy hour. He invited me to. I'm like, I can't make it. Going to this. He goes, oh, that's sick. Yeah, I know about that. Blah blah. I listen to 98.7 all the time. I'm thinking of joining the companies. I'm like, well, which one? And he goes, yeah, I know. I don't know much about it, but I hear there's like a difference in them. And I'm like, well, I would recommend joining the
You should have asked him which one do you have to take a test to join.
Well, he mentioned that. He mentioned that. He's like, you gotta take some tests.
No TCA test. No TCA.
I was
test.
like, no, this one you
No
don't need a
TCA
test. I'm like, I
You just need to have
personally,
good vibes.
yes, I said I personally know the prez of the TCA. Got his number on speed dial.
Wow.
I'm gonna connect you to right now. So he wasn't gonna be going to the beach bash, but now that he knows he has a group of friends to partake in the festivities with, Josh Fields will be joining.
Another
the
fucking
TC
Josh.
Let's
Yes.
go.
yeah.
Yep.
Josh B, Josh M, Josh C,
Josh F.
Josh
Now.
F, Josh F. There we go.
Let's effing go.
And he's a
Love
real
it.
estate agent in the city, all the way down to Greenwich. So if anybody
Sick,
needs,
dude. Yeah, multi-million-dollar apartment.
no, dude. In our meeting Wednesday, he's like, "I've got a nice place on West 54, blah blah blah
I
blah
bet.
blah, $10,000 a month, really $100 cheaper than asking." And I'm like, This
10 grand
woman
a
next to me is
month,
like,
dude.
who's paying for that? I'm
Who
like,
is paying
not
for
broke
that, dude?
brokies like us, Jody.
Yeah.
And then also I see here on here live comment, Michael Bucket not getting that we're kidding. I guess we're being a little facetious. Says, so Barnes, Michael, I'm taking that we'll never see each other again since I'm apparently banned from DTV.
Yes, Buckton, that's right. That's correct.
All
That
we
is
were
true,
saying
dude.
is other people than Ernie exist in the world, Michael. All
Yeah.
right. So just appreciate us. We
Tony-
appreciate you. That's it.
Tony, be nice.
All right.
Tony, be nice.
Hey, whoa. What be coming at me now?
He
Hey,
says,
man.
I took that seriously, RIP.
Oh,
Oh my, Michael, we're coming to your graduation party.
That's
Yeah,
right. It's in
come on,
August, right? When is it?
It's somewhere.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Hey, Tony, I got a
somehow.
question for you.
You talking
I
to
got a
me?
question for you, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Tony. You said your birthday was coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
When is it?
July 25th.
Are you prepared to deal with what Barnes had to deal with? A losing streak until your birthday?
Oh,
Who's drinking to my birthday? No, it's not gonna happen. What are we talking about right now? Ernie? It's
That's
not gonna
tough.
happen, dude.
I mean,
It's-
it's 6 in a row.
Do you
Right
think
now?
if that
Yeah.
happened, they would bring back Showalter or no?
Probably. I mean, the team would fold if they lost all their games for another month.
That'd be sad.
That'd be
They
ridiculous.
would bring back I don't know if they'd bring back Showalter. They might bring back Valentine.
They'd probably bulldoze the stadium.
Valentine.
dude.
What-
The stadium would they'd blow it up.
What
Like,
would
they'd
Rick and
be-
Dave do? You know? Or Dan Grassa?
They'd
right?
probably be helping blow up the stadium. Like,
In
they're- like,
Salacana?
Who are you impersonating yourself?
No, I'm Grassa. Honestly, Grassa is a fucking. I don't even want to get started on that.
I was the first on the Grassa hate train,
Oh.
honestly.
Were
couldn't-
you?
Yes.
No, because I said I used to like him.
Yeah.
And then I like heard him more and more, and it's like, dude, are you
Jets talk.
actually kidding me?
No, dude.
Like,
what-
are you actually dead serious?
Especially, I think I could pinpoint when Barnes started hating him. It's when he subs in for Rick and Dave's show.
Oh.
And it's just like they're talking about nonsense when he's on that show.
And then he does his imitations. And then the fact that I called in and then he's talking about me wearing Yankee pajamas. It's like, dude, what about your Mets pajamas? Okay? Like, it's like, that dude is such a fucking loser. I swear to God.
Yeah. Ernie, what do we got? What are some bets you got today for people out
Judge
there?
to Homer.
Not Judge, actually.
It's been a week, though, Ernie. I feel like you're overlooking that one.
No, I am a big proponent of he hits them in bunches. So, you know, he could go maybe another game or two without him and then all of a sudden rope off 4-6 in a 5-game stretch.
Stanton.
Yes, that's who I'm picking to go. yard.
What are the
Stanton to go
odds, though?
yard.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, it's like plus 400, dude. It's too good to not take.
Holy. Wow.
Because he hasn't hit one yet. They're still thinking he's getting his swing in. But
Right,
you know,
right.
I think he goes yah today.
All
You can take him to go yard. You can take
Freed case?
Schwarber to go yard. You can take Schwarber to go yard.
Okay.
And I actually see Alonso fighting back and him going yard. So that's the 3-leg parlay.
Alonso
Ooh, the
against his
parlay,
former
dude.
teammate? Or no, were they
Yeah.
teammates?
Zach Wheeler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did
yes,
Zach
they
Wheeler
were.
leave? 2020? So he was there
Must
for his
have been.
rookie
Yeah,
year?
rookie season,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think I do think Alonso goes yard. But yeah, Schwarber goes yard, Phillies, and the over.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Sounds good. And then what was your prediction for your score for tonight?
I'm actually gonna take the Yanks.
Wow.
We're gonna take an 8-1 lead.
Mm.
Probably going into the ninth and then score another 2 runs. 10-1.
Okay.
10-1. Okay.
10-1.
There we
10-1 in
go.
the over.
Can't wait to be there. That's
I'll
gonna be
see you at
awesome.
the stadium today, brother.
It's just crazy.
I really wish.
I know.
really wish I
But like
could.
we said,
I
game
know.
soon. Definitely game soon. And next week,
Yes,
next weekend
yes.
is gonna be nuts. So let's go.
And Tony, don't you ever doubt my 700. If I go over 700, I'm gonna make sure I have a video and I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, key word in there. What'd you say? If.
When?
No, I wish you the best tonight in your bowling matchup, dude. How are you feeling? This is a 4-man league sort of deal? 4-man team?
No, it's a summer traveling league that we do. It's 12 on 12 every Friday night.
Oh.
A lot of talking shit, a lot of money passing by back and forth. You have, side bets, you have my pair versus your pair, stuff like that. It's a scratch pair, 2 handicapped pairs. Then you bowl the entire summer and then the championship is $30,000. that you said that. Well, the way I run my team is you have to pay every match
Right.
to bowl. The way I do it is I split up the games and I put a dollar amount per game and I pay everybody the amount of games that they bowled. So everybody gets what they put into it. So me being the owner, the person who runs the team, who handles the sanctions, who handles the averages, who handles the lineups, who pretty much takes care of the entire team, I don't take an extra percentage, but I do cut myself out. If let's say we win the 30 grand.
Yeah.
If we win the 30 grand, I take out 1,000 and pay the board, which is the people who help me run the team.
Yep. All right. Take a little off the top.
Take a little off the top, and then the rest goes all to the bowlers, and everybody gets paid based upon their game.
That's pretty sick, dude. Where's this bowling alley? What's it called?
This is gonna go on at Parkway Lanes in Elmwood Park. Normally we bowl out of Lodi Lanes, but it's a traveling league, so they have to switch it up every now and then. So we're gonna be in Elmwood Park, 8 p.m. It's pretty big league, pretty loud league. It's pretty fun.
All right,
I have a question for Ernie before you
You
go.
guys should show up one night.
Yeah, I was just saying, you
that'd be
got
awesome.
some handicap pair too. That might
No.
get involved there.
We're going back to that bowling outing right now. Question for Josh and Ernie. How deep of a depression? Actually, nay. Let me go back. It's a two-part question. One, have you seen Mighty Ducks 2?
I've seen Mighty Ducks 2, and there's nothing mighty about you two ducks.
Well, it'd be 3. It'd be 3 on 3. Remember that. You already forgot. 'Cause
Okay.
it's you, Josh, and
all
Kev. Versus Barnes, Tony, and I.
But like,
So just picture
that's
this. We're the Mighty Ducks. You guys are Team Serbia or whatever. Sweden. Iceland. You guys are Team Iceland.
Team Serbia.
Okay. And that's the
Team Palestine.
result that's going to happen. And then how deep of a depression will the two of you go into when we win?
I'll tell you what. If by some rat's hairs of a chance that you guys actually come out victorious, I will buy Mets tickets for a homestand.
Really?
For me and Tony to go to.
For a homestand.
No, but I say, you know what I enjoy more is for these tickets to be for just Tony and Butka.
What?
Yeah, for Tony and Butka.
Yeah.
Well, that would be if I lose, maybe.
No.
No. If you win,
That'll be good content.
No, it would be. I'd love to go to Citi Field with Buckton, dude. That'd be a great
who
time,
actually
dude.
says that Barnes, Ernie, and I Yankee game with an exclamation point.
Yeah, he
But
doesn't give a shit
leaving
about it.
out
He doesn't give a shit about it. I
Matthew,
know.
leaving out Michael, not asking Tony, not asking Josh B.
It doesn't matter, dude.
And then, some emojis there for Josh.
but if we win, you guys have to buy me and Josh a homestand ticket for the Yankee Stadium game.
Can I go too, though?
No, but Barnes can.
What the fuck, man?
Yankee fans only.
Yankee fans only, baby.
Oh,
And it kind of gives incentive to Barnes to pitch one in the ditch if he needs it.
yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That
man.
sounds good. I'll do that. I like
Yeah,
that.
no, we'll work out the inner workings,
Yeah,
the
dude.
finer details. But yeah, a lot of good stuff on the horizon.
Yeah, dude. Stoked. I go bowling this weekend, honestly. Get warmed up.
But
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys go.
yeah, great
dude,
call.
get the fuck outta
Good
here.
luck
Enjoy the rest of your
later.
day.
Yes, dude.
And we'll talk to you soon, Ernie.
Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees.
Mets, dude. Yeah. Ernie,
yeah.
off the top,
So the
he
great
says-
Erdini.
What do you think that is? That 15%? You think? You think it's like a 15% tax
Or
off
like
the top?
50.
Yeah, half the money.
I get 15K.
Yeah.
I guess Yerny Pig Roast, Josh B says.
Does he roast pig like he does that? Or is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You ever been to a pig roast before?
Yes, in the Amish country when I was like,
Really?
10 years old. Yeah.
Did you like it? Don't
Hard to
remember
have
it.
fond memories. No, I do remember, but the only thing is, like, I was in the car, back seat of a tourist wagon, literally in the trunk, like when you used to have seats back there.
Yeah.
Got sick,
Oh,
so how do I have a good memory of it?
damn, dude. Because I feel like I see pig roast and that pig looks like it's good.
No, it is. I would love
Yeah,
to do it
dude.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ernie says, yes, I do. I can send you the video.
That'd be sick, dude.
Anything on the beatdown last night in Indiana or no? Did you guys watch?
No, I didn't watch a second.
I didn't
of it,
watch the
dude.
second either.
I saw Pascal Siakam
I saw that
channeling
play.
some demon pre-game. Have you seen that?
Oh,
clip?
with the eyes. Yeah.
And then
in the
it's just like
huddle.
everyone saying Indiana was not losing this game.
Yeah.
I knew they weren't going to lose. The NBA's losing a lot of money. The viewership, they wanted to go to 7 games.
And then a Thunder throttle in Game 7 or no?
Thunder throttle.
That's a good. They should trademark that.
Thunder throttle. Thunder in the
We can
under.
trademark it right now.
Yeah, we could, dude. Get it. Buy the domain.
I don't know. I picked Indy the whole time.
Wow.
I'm gonna stick with Indy.
Okay. All right. Is Game 7 on tomorrow?
Sunday.
Or Sunday? Okay.
Yeah, let's have 4 days off.
Sunday.
Whatever it is.
Sunday night. Sunday at like 8 o'clock.
Probably.
Crazy.
Why is it Sunday night? Really?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be earlier?
Predetermined schedule.
Sunday?
No, because they don't do game. They're not gonna do a final. Yeah. What time is it? Yeah, 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Yeah, that's so dumb. The West Coast catering. all
Yeah,
that
dude.
shit.
Can't wait to not be watching that Sunday night.
Yeah, me
you
either.
know?
Me either.
Like, what the
Me
hell?
either. So
You're gonna be watching that one, Michael?
Maybe.
I guess we'll be back here by then. I guess
We'll see.
probably on the way back here. Maybe doesn't matter.
yeah, but I guess that's really it, right? I mean,
Ernie pig roast.
pig roast.
On TikTok too. Wow, he's famous.
Yeah.
The Cabrera pig roast.
No,
23.
definitely is good shit. I'm starving actually right now.
Yeah, dude. Me too. I'm actually not that crazy hungry. I forgot all my fucking food at home. I gotta go get it, dude. For whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It is.
But yeah, right. I mean, that's where we're at. But I have to say, great week of shows.
Oh,
a
yeah,
big week
dude.
coming up. Yoki. And we really appreciate everybody who tuned in. The beer in the bat. The beer in the bats continue.
Drinking
you know,
today.
and everybody continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, the merch at DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
And we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.